day in your day on the Adam and Adams Show.
Marie!
What?
Babe, can you go get me some more Cubanisto? I don't have any more Cubanisto, please.
Pardon? Mais ça va pas ou quoi? Mais va le chercher ton cubanisto. Lui, non? Il est fou, mais je crois pas. Mieux.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to a new episode of Dey Lounge. I'm your co-host, Cincy to France, aka Glenn Adams, aka I will pass out at your wedding if you want me to. And I'm joined today by my co-host, Adam Steely, aka a Cincy fan, aka if you don't believe I'll pass out, just ask him.
Yep, you heard it here first.
What's up, Adam? How you doing?
Hey, what's up? What's up, everybody?
Yeah, it's been a couple of weeks. I hope all is good.
All is great.
Yeah,
it's a beautiful day here in Kentucky. Just enjoying that. It's been a long time coming, so it's been good.
Yeah, a beautiful day here in south of France. But Adam, before we get to that, I know why everybody's here today.
Why is that?
Can you smell the excitement? Can you feel it in the air?
I can. The draft is next Thursday. It's less than a week away.
Adam, whoa, easy, Romeo. Even before that, well, last week, Adam, we had Paris-Roubaix. And Paris-Roubaix, for those of you who don't know, is a one-day race from Paris, France to Roubaix, France. And it is a magnificent race, cobblestones. It is great. It is one of the most exciting sporting events in all of sports. I promise you that. But that was last week. Adam, this week, we have Liège Bastogne Liège. Another one-day race, and this is going to be a great one. Will Tadej Pogacar defend his title from last year? Or will the Frenchman Julien Alaphilippe take the crown? And we can't count out Wout van Aert. Adam, who do you think is going to win, and how excited are you for this race?
I'm excited for you. What about Lance Armstrong? Is he racing? I mean, he could probably win, right?
Lance Armstrong has a great cycling podcast out right now. You can Google that. It is great. It's one of the must listen to podcasts in the world right now. So he hasn't stopped. For those of you who haven't been following Lance Armstrong in his podcast, he's doing great things in the Colorado area, still riding his bike for numerous charities. He's still out here and he's making a great podcast. But no,
right. That's the only cyclist I know. So, you know.
Well, you need to learn Tadej Pogacar. You need to learn Julien Alaphilippe, one of the best, most exciting cyclists, Frenchman, and Wout van Aert. They're going to be going at it this Sunday. So if you can, please check that out. I, myself, will be rooting for Julien Alaphilippe because I just love his style. He's very exciting. He's a bit, allegedly, he might be a dirty Mac, but when he's on the bike, you know, he's one of the most exciting bike riders there is. Adam, who you got?
I don't know. I'll try to contain my excitement. You know, I'm excited for you. You've mentioned Pogacar before, so I'm gonna go with him.
Yeah, he can't win everything, can he?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
I think he can.
Let me know what happens.
Look at you getting excited. Oh, I love it. Adam, I'm winning you over. I am winning you over. Check out, if you're in the United States, check out NBC Sports. I think it's NBC Sports on your local cable network. You might be watching Liège Bastogne Liège this Sunday. So check it out. Oh, that's awesome. Yes, I'm winning them over, people. I'm winning them over.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
I feel like I'm sometimes with that, I felt like I was bothering you a little bit. You know, one time you went to sleep. I showed my mom that clip. She fell off the couch laughing. She was like, oh my God. Well, first she heard about it.
Because she relates with me.
Yeah. No, she just saw you falling asleep while I was going on about cycling. Oh, and before we get too deep into this, Adam and I, we both kind of feel like Jay-Z when he said you could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with us. So for all of you who clicked on this site by accident or on purpose, I just want to say thank you. Adam says thank you. I say thank you.
Merci.
Oh Jesus. Yeah. So you could have been anywhere in the world and you chose to spend a few minutes with us. So we really, really, really appreciate that. So thank you. And if you subscribed, I will definitely shout you out as well. So we really appreciate that here at Dey Lounge. Thank you so very much.
Day in your day on the Adam and Adams show.
Adam, as I was saying, I think I was bothering you sometimes with my cycling analysis and picks and what do you think and stuff. And I'm glad to see I'm not bothering you anymore. I just hope that me talking about cycling doesn't become one of your pet peeves.
I hope that too.
Yeah, I really hope not. Speaking of pet peeves, I have things that people do all the time that get on my nerves. Plenty of things. I can come up with a top 5 list off the top of my head, I believe. Could
That's
you?
crazy. I could too. Yeah, that's
wow.
nuts.
We are simpatico again. I can't believe it. Adam.
It's unbelievable.
I know. Adam, what are your top 5 pet peeves?
All right, you want me to shoot from the hip here?
Please do.
All right. Well, well, some of mine are kind of deep, actually.
Oh no! Oh wow!
I don't want to strike any nerves here or anything, but
well, maybe I should start with my.
Okay, all right. Well, I think this is everyone's pet peeve. My pet peeve is bad drivers. So here's it seems like every day I get behind somebody that's going 10 miles under the speed limit, and I'm one that likes to go a little bit above the speed limit. So I just
that's a little
my
bit.
blood boils when that happens. Not only that, but let's say you're traveling at your intended speed and somebody pulls out in front of you, forces you to slow down, and then they start driving about 10 miles under the speed limit. I'm thinking, oh, you were in such a big hurry to pull out in front of me, and now you're going way below the speed limit. So yeah, that really grinds my gears, as Peter Griffin says. I think it was him that said that. Anyway. All right. So drivers. Yep. Number 2 is over posters on social media. If you've ever posted a bunch of selfies, if you've ever posted all kinds of stuff about your kids on a daily basis, even if we're friends, I love you very much. I want to see what you're up to. But when it's 16 times a day, I'm not talking to you. You've got it down. Okay. If there's always
gonna holler.
No, I mean, but and if there's and some of this is a little cynical. It doesn't bother me that bad. I just kind of find it funny. But if you're a little bit too political, or you're always like repping all your possessions, and I've got this and I've got this, and I want you to notice. And then there's inspirational quote guy who posts quotes every single day. It's like, I appreciate it. I appreciate the intent. But it's a little overboard. So that's number 2.
Okay.
All right. Number 3 is the media.
I like inspirational quotes. I need some uplifting sometimes.
Listen, I know every once in a while, but not 16 times a day. Phew. I mean, after a while, the quotes start canceling each other out, because it's like this message cancels out this message, and then we're back to square one.
Wow.
All right. So number 3 is the media. I don't really need to dig into that. You never know what to believe. And, honestly, all they care about is selling ads anyway. Number 4. Yeah, it's a pet peeve. Number 4 is politics. I'm not going to dig into that either, just because I'm just not a political person.
I'm a poli-sci major.
I know you are. Okay. But all this infighting all the time, fighting, bickering, all this stuff, it's not good for anybody. Anyway. All right. That's my number 4. Number 5 is the Steelers. All right, what's yours?
Wow, nice. All right, well, I think mine might be a little bit deeper than yours. Okay, so number 5, people who say they don't like Skyline or Gold Star or Camp Washington. You guys can bleep off. Skyline Chili. Number 4, people from the south of France who say they don't like Paris. I hate that. I can't stand that. They get on my nerves. People here, especially from Provence, France, Paris is the best city in the world other than Cincinnati, Ohio. Number 3, people who tell me I'm wrong when I know I'm right. Listen, I know I'm right. I know it's raining outside. I see the rain outside. Don't tell me it's not raining, and then you have to go to the window and see it's raining. Oh yeah, which brings me to number 2. Number 2, people who find out that I'm right and don't acknowledge the fact that I was right to begin with. They just go about their day. It's like, wait a minute, I was right. You were wrong. You're just going to pretend like that didn't happen? Yep. And they just go about their day. And number 1, I hate right-handed people who wear their watch on their right wrist. I wear my watch on my right wrist because I'm left-handed. And when I try to put it on my left hand, I fumble about, I drop it 20 times, I can't do it. I have to put it on my right wrist because I'm left-handed. At this point, it's almost like cultural appropriation. If you're right-handed, put your watch on your left wrist. That's okay. It's not fashionable to put your watch on your left wrist. We do it because we have to. We don't have another choice. Oh, and I almost forgot, 1.5. Left-handed people who write like this. All the left-handed people who write like this, upside down. Yes, I'm talking to you, President Barack Obama, and I hope this message gets to you. President Obama, you give left-handers a bad name by writing like this. We don't all write like this. And now I got a million right-handed people telling us, oh, left-handed people, you all write like this. And you have to write like this because your hand drags in the ink. My hand has never dragged in the ink, and I don't write like this. Mr. President, you give left-handers a bad name, and I approve this message. And right-handed people, stop wearing your watch on your right wrist. Just put it on your left wrist. I do it because I don't have a choice.
You're not talking to me, so.
Yeah, well, I'm talking.
Oh,
about.
hey, you're a political science major, right? You just mentioned that.
Yeah.
Maybe you should propose legislation that would ban right-handed people from wearing watches on their right wrist.
I don't think that's gonna fly.
Putting Who Day in Your Day on the Adam and Adams Show.
So, Adam, we are here.
Glenn.
We are a few days away from the NFL draft. We haven't covered all the position players. Sorry for that. But today we are going to give you our Dey Lounge mock draft. Sir, Mr. Steely, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. I think we just to comment on what you just said. I think we covered positions of need for the Bengals. I feel like there's a couple positions that I think they're going to target that maybe we didn't hit on, but I feel like we had a pretty good group of players. So our format here, we're going to do a 7-round mock with me making picks as if I am the Bengals. So this is not necessarily what I would do. Actually, some of these picks are what I would do.
I hope they're all what you would do.
Right, I know. You'll find out. And then we are going to pivot a little bit, and we're going to do a live mock draft. Glenn, you, sir, will make the picks. We'll show you the screen as we go along and show you who's available as if you're on the clock draft night. So I think we'll have a little fun. All right, good deal. All right, so I am putting myself in the shoes of Zach and company. The Bengals are on the clock at number 31. Commissioner Goodell is at the podium, and he says the Cincinnati Bengals select at 31 cornerback Kaiir Elam, University of Florida. Now, I've gone on record to say that I really like Travis Jones from Connecticut. However, I do feel like if Elam is there and there's a chance he won't be there, there's a chance he will be there. I'm going to say he's going to be there. That's who the Bengals select in the first round.
I love it. I'm so glad. I for sure thought you were going to go with Jones.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, I've been going back and forth on that, but I really think that Elam is somebody that can step in day one and contribute. So yeah, I think they have to go Elam there.
I love it. I agree.
Awesome.
Just put him out there and say, yeah, go cover that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Use your speed, use your length, and go cover that guy.
Yeah, correct.
And I think I love it. I love it.
Yeah, great in coverage. We've kind of mentioned that he's not the best tackler. Hoping that, with some reps and at the pro level that he can kind of develop that a little bit, although we shall see. But yes, cover skills. I love it. I love it. So now we're round 2, day 2, pick 63. Oh, and by the way, I failed to mention, this is as if the Bengals weren't going to trade up or down, just straight picks. So of course, they traded last year. It could definitely happen this year. Especially that, they really don't have any glaring needs at any of their positions. They need some rotational pieces and depth pieces. So anyway, we're going to round 2, pick 63. The Bengals select Jamari Salyer, guard / tackle, University of Georgia.
Love it. He was a great tackle. He got turned around a few times at left tackle against Michigan again, but other than that Michigan game, I thought, wow, he would be a great left tackle. Like, I know he was projected to move into guard, but I think he would make a good left tackle. He might make a better left guard. And I think he will be a plug and play left guard right now.
I think if the Bengals get him at 63, Jackson Carman is going to start sweating. So yeah, that's my thought.
The news that came out today, I saw somewhere that they really like what he's doing. He's trying to stay in shape and doing everything he needs to do. So I think that's good news for him. They also wanted to use him more at tackle, which is what I've been saying and writing about for over a year now. If you're going to draft a guy, draft him and play him at the position where you fell in love with him, and not project him to a right guard position that you've never seen him play ever, not even in college. In round 2, yes, if he's still there.
And we mentioned he has that positional flexibility as well. I know that's a term we don't necessarily like to use, but he truly does. He gave up one pressure in the championship game at multiple positions on the O-line.
He was awesome in that game.
He was great, yeah. So awesome. I think round 2, pick 63, slam dunk.
But that game before it, he got turned around, and I was like, oh, I didn't know why they said he's a guard. I was like, the whole year, I was like, he's a left tackle. He's a left tackle all the way. He's awesome.
Who'd they play?
Michigan.
Exactly. So there's your Michigan D lineman studs, Yeah. So yeah, I mean, of course, that's going to happen. But
all right.
Now we move on to round 3. All right. So if I'm the GM, the Bengals are going to select Marcus Jones, University of Houston.
He's still there?
Him. He's not. He might be, but that's not what the Bengals are going to do. Here's what the Bengals are going to do. And I need you to hit the bleep button here after I mention this, because kids at home watching, this is inappropriate.
Bleep yourself.
The Bengals are going to select, I believe.
Phrasing.
And actually, they may do this in the second round. And if that happens, I might throw something. But I would select, anyway, the Bengals are going to select, I believe, in round 3, tight end Jelani Woods out of Virginia. Now,
I absolutely would throw something.
I know you would. The Bengals have had discussions with him. They like him. He's been mocked to the Bengals in the second round by one of the professional, one of these guru mock drafts. Yeah, I mean, and here's the thing. I mean, I think if we get into the season, we might look back and say, you know what, maybe it wasn't such a bad pick. He's not going to start day 1. None of the tight ends probably are going to start day 1. He was a quarterback in high school. He came in playing quarterback, and then he switched. He's very tall. He's very lanky. He's great, with the contested catch. I don't know what his blocking skills look like necessarily, but I know the Bengals really like him. So I think in the third round, they may select him. I would go with Cade Otton, or I'd wait later and I'd go with Jake Ferguson, like we've talked about, or maybe even Daniel Bellinger. But I think at 3, I think we need to be prepared that they could select him in the third round.
Was Dulcich not on your board?
Dulcich is gone in the second round.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he's gone. So he's really gotten a lot of buzz. I've almost written him off, as bad as I hate to say that, just because I don't think that they're gonna. I just don't think they're gonna look at tight end as their biggest need in rounds 1 or 2. So, Bengals fans, I'm just saying, be prepared and don't be surprised if at 95 the card is turned in for Jelani Woods, tight end.
They met with him, didn't they?
They did, yeah. They met with him, and I think they really liked him. So we'll see. We'll see. All right, 4th round, number 136, linebacker JoJo Domann out of Nebraska. He's somebody I mentioned before, and I don't know if he'll make it to the 4th round. And some of the mocks I've been doing, he was there. He's very, very intriguing to me, just because he doesn't necessarily fit a position. You can't really put him in a specific peg. He's played slot corner. He's played linebacker. He'll come up on 3-4s and take the edge. He was actually really good at getting in the backfield and hitting the quarterback. But and actually, I mean, he could drop back and maybe play a little safety too. So that's the only thing that I question, is that I'm not real sure where he's going to fit in on an offensive roster, or excuse me, on a NFL roster on defense. He projects to be a linebacker though. So I think the Bengals could take him at 4 and rotate him in immediately. He's very fast, very good reflexes. quick to the football. I was watching some video on him, and it's just like, you see the play happening, and then out of nowhere, it's like, when Superman comes in on the movies, boom, takes somebody out. Jojo Doman. So anyway, I think if he's there in the fourth, I really think he'd be a good add, to the Bengals there in that round.
Is he a DB? Is he a safety? Is it a linebacker? I think. And is he a good enough chess piece like a Tyrann Mathieu, where you can do anything with him? And I don't know. He's definitely an intriguing prospect.
Yeah, and it's interesting because he was listed as a cornerback during the the pro day, or not the pro day, the Senior Bowl and the combine and all that, and then now he's listed as a linebacker. So it's something about Nebraska's defense, because Cam Taylor-Britt, another guy we've talked about, was listed as a cornerback, and now he's showing as a safety. So I guess he absolutely can play safety. He's a guy I really like. He has skyrocketed up these mock drafts. He's like round 2 now. So anyway,
and it also changes from the services as well. So if you go to PFF, it says one thing, and if you go to mock draft database, it says another thing. It's all over the place with some of these guys.
That's a good point. That's a very good point. So the thing is nobody knows. We're not in their war room, so to speak. We have no idea what they're doing. But this is, again, our opinion, our take, kind of what we're seeing. So anyway, so let's go to number 5, pick 174. I've mentioned him before. Definitely needs some rotational flexibility on the defensive line. Otito Ogbonnia. I don't know how to pronounce that, but defensive interior, UCLA. He's one that, we had mentioned, or I guess I had mentioned that he's a potential guy, a guy with potential, shot putter, as we mentioned. He's somebody to me that's kind of intriguing. Some of his video that I watched at the Senior Bowl, he was just kind of blowing by people. So yeah, let's give it a shot in the 5th round with him.
A gold medal winner, a good story.
Yeah, for sure. Sure. Yeah. Very neat. Jaden Peeves is another guy I looked at there, but Tito Ogbonnia is the guy I would go with. Okay. Number 6 is a guy that's fallen a little bit in some of the mocks, but I really, really like this guy. Safety Sterling Weatherford out of Miami of Ohio. We know about the Jesse Bates situation. I believe that they're definitely going to add something at safety, whether it's in the draft, maybe it's in free agency, just because it's such a nebulous situation with Jesse Bates. Weatherford is somebody, of course, he plays at Miami in Oxford, Ohio. So it's not a huge conference by any means, but if you look at him and if you look at his video, he is dynamic. He is a hard hitter. He plays a really good center field, so he always kind of knows where the ball is. He's good in coverage. I was watching a video, he had a pick against Cincinnati. So that's interesting, but I think he had 3 interceptions last year. But like I said, just dynamic. Some of the things, some of the knocks on him is that they're just not sure, kind of how he's going to adjust, against some better offenses. But this isn't a guy that's going to come in and start day one. He's big, very physical. So I think he can definitely hold up at the NFL level. So 6th round, number 209. Let's go with Sterling Weatherford, safety out of Miami.
Okay. I haven't finished my safeties yet. Actually, that was my weekend project, was to work on the safeties this weekend. A little last minute, I know. You say he's a little bit bigger. Is he a potential replacement down the road for Jesse Bates? Because is he more of a strong safety than a free safety?
Yeah, I mean that's the thought. He could be a replacement, but again, he's somebody that I think could come in and just be a good rotational piece at this point. They don't need to do anything immediate this year, as long as Jesse Bates doesn't hold out. So yeah, just somebody that I think can learn behind he and Bell, 2 safeties that, one might argue are amongst the best in the NFL at this point. So I'm looking at depth here.
We're going to need some depth for next year as well, I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with that.
Von Bell's contract isn't for very long either.
Yeah, so. This is his last year on his contract. So next year is definitely going to be a position to address at safety. Unless they re-sign him, who knows? But
that would leave us with Brandon Wilson and Michael Thomas, a 9-year vet.
Yep.
Yeah, we're definitely drafting a safety this year.
Yeah. So take a look at him, see what you think.
Okay.
Listen, anybody out there who says, "Hey, this guy is better," I have not looked at every safety. So, but again, somebody I noticed kind of. And we talked about that sometimes you see players fall for whatever reason, could be a good value. So, okay. Number 7, I know you like this guy. So the Bengals kind of got mocked, not mocked in terms of draft, but mocked by the NFL community that they drafted a kicker in the 5th round last year. What are you doing drafting a kicker, you know?
Kickers are players too.
Kickers are players too. We saw how that turned out though, right? So the Bengals look like geniuses. So let's do another special teams guy, punter Matt Ariza, San Diego State University. I don't really need to say a whole lot. Just Google his name and look at his YouTube videos. He's the most dynamic punting draft prospect in recent memory.
100% of Bengals fans on Twitter are all over this guy. So, everybody knows him. And I'm pretty sure he won't be there. But you don't
think he'll be there in the set? Okay.
No.
Well, maybe not. Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
We shall see.
And he's a kicker too. Like he's bombing field goals.
It's unreal. I mean,
yeah,
like I said,
so yeah, he might be mad if we
crazy.
draft him as only a punter. He might want to be a kicker.
Yeah, who knows? Hey, if McPherson ever to get hurt, there you go. I think somebody mentioned that he was looking to change the way that punters are viewed, so
I think he's done it already. I don't think he has.
Well, at the college level, for sure. So anyway, I won't say any more about him,
How are you punting legit 80-yard punts? Like legit.
Yeah,
like,
and pinning him within the 5-yard line.
He's a mutant. He's a mutant.
So number 8, Auden Tate is gone. Let's get a little bit of depth there at the wide receiver position. I think I've mentioned this guy's name to you. Dejon Dixon, wide receiver, Nicholls State. He's a big guy. He is not a separator. Most of his catches will be contested. However, that is his bright spot. He is very, very good at going up, getting the football at its highest point. That's what he does. So he's very, very good in contested catches. Somebody that, you get down to the red zone and, you need you need a quick touchdown. Somebody like that. He's probably more of a special teams guy first, obviously though, but small school. So you really haven't heard about him that much, but go check out his video. He's pretty interesting. So he kind of reminded me more of like a TJ Houshmandzadeh possession receiver guy. That Bengals fans remember. So they're at 252, not a ton of risk. So Dejon Dixon, wide receiver, Nicholls State.
Yeah, you surprised me with a few of these picks. So you're predicting what the Bengals will do.
I'm predicting.
It's a mix. It's a mix.
It's a mix. Yeah, it's kind of a it's a salad bowl. It's my picks and it's what I think the Bengals are going to do. So some combination of that we shall see.
I remember a long time ago when I was a young lad, I would love to try to figure out, like that was our thing. Who are the Bengals are going to pick?
Mm-hmm.
You remember? And it's like, they're going to pick this player, this player, this player, this player. And I think the Tyler Boyd draft, the Tyler Boyd, William Jackson.
Yeah, he was your guy, Tyler Boyd.
Yeah, well, all of them. The defensive tackle, now I've lost his name. The defensive tackle out of Baylor. I forget. He played with Cleveland. He signed the contract with Cleveland after he left Cincinnati. I'm so freezing on his name right now, but like I predicted that whole draft except for that's gonna burn my britches.
Dante Moak.
No, not Dante Moak. Wow.
That's
Nick Vigil.
It's in the vault. Right. Wow. Okay, I'm going back too far.
Nevada. Oh my god. Yeah, so like Tyler Boyd, William Jackson III, and I completely whiffed on Nick Vigil. And then it came back in the 4th round and got my guy. And now I've already forgotten his name. And I will look for that later at another time. Yeah. And I was just so happy with myself. And I was like, you know what? What for? And ever since then, I just stopped. I was like, you know what? Bleep what the Bengals were due. Here is what they should do. Remember last year?
Mm-hmm.
Here is what they should do. Once we start going into my mock draft, is who I want.
All right, let's do it.
And I will try to avoid doubling up on some of your guys, but one of them is going to be hard to avoid.
Yeah, do your thing, man. We can double up. All right,
Today in your day on the Adam and Adams Show.
All right, we're using the PFF mock draft simulator. You can see here the Bengals picking at 31. So what I'll do is I'll hit start draft. We'll see who's there at 31. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Let's do it.
Drum roll.
I already seen a
please.
lot of guys. All right. So here's who we have. Sky Moore, wide receiver. Tyler Smith, tackle. Travis
Wow.
Jones. Yeah.
All
Some
right,
wide receiver options, of course.
I'm not going wide receiver in the first round.
No.
So
And I think some of these guys are going in the first round, like Traylon Burks and,
Yeah.
you know.
As of right now, I'm hesitating between Petrie and from Baylor
Mhm.
and Daxton Hill, who I loved from Michigan, slot corner who could also play free safety. But if you go down, because PFF has this guy severely underrated, yeah, you're gonna have to scroll a little bit.
Position?
There he is.
Okay.
Where is he? Number 59. Jesus. So
I know
this,
who you're thinking.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
that is because even if Elam was available, I think I would hesitate between McCreary and Elam just because McCreary is a much more physical player. If both of those guys are available, I think the Bengals should trade out, but we're not doing trades. Just so you know, on the other draft simulators, McCreary is like 35.
And then some of them mocked Kyler Gordon to the Bengals, but in the
Yeah,
second, I think.
I'm not a
Yeah.
Kyler Gordon guy. Yeah, I'm gonna go McCreary.
Okay.
I have to. He's
Yep.
my guy, and I don't want
Your
to.
guy.
Just because he's this low on PFF. Yeah, he's good in coverage. He has a great coverage score this year. He's a better tackler than Elam. So I'm going McCreary. For
Okay.
number 2. All right. Oh, wow. Look at this. You already see my guy. Zach Tom.
Zach Tom, your
my
guy.
God. He was like 3rd or 4th round. He has shot up the board. Adam, do you think there are people who are reading my articles and listening to Who Dey Lounge? Could it be?
I think there could be.
Oh
Oh,
my-
hey, by the way, I was going to mention this. I went back and watched him. I like him. I really like Zach Tom.
Started his college career as a center in 2019, didn't allow a sack from center. Then he kicked out to left tackle. He is the one dude I have to get. I kept telling myself, if we draft him in the 2nd round, people are going to hate me when I'm doing this. But he's right there, 64.
So he's there. Let me play devil's advocate real quick. We've already drafted a corner, but Cam Taylor-Britt is there. He'll play safety, maybe. Jamari Salyer, who I mentioned, Dylan Parham, we've talked about, Marcus Jones, your boy, Greg Dulcich, who we've talked about, Kirby Joseph has been talked about with the Bengals, maybe a replacement for Bates. All right, your boy Cameron Thomas. So those are some of the names that are
I
also
love
there.
Cameron Thomas.
I know you do. I do
man.
too. I went back and watched him too. I do like him. Good call on
I-
him too.
Now, this is me. I want Zach Tom. You can go ahead and draft Zach Tom. If he's there in the 2nd round.
Zach
at
Tom
the
it
end of-
is.
Yeah. If you like Rashawn Slater from last year, you're going to love Zach Tom. You saw that, Adam. He's at 64 now on PFF. He was in the hundreds
Mhm.
last week. In the hundreds.
So Dey Lounge coming in strong.
Dude, somebody's listening to us. Somebody was
All right,
listening
good
to me
deal.
2 years ago. In the 3rd round. Oh,
Third round.
wow. Dude, go scroll down just a little bit. Just a little bit. Did I see? Oh, I thought I saw the right. Dude, Logan Bruce,
your boy.
Dude,
The
Adam.
Bengals
Adam.
drafted a left tackle.
We are influencing. We're moving the line, Adam, on some of these guys. I promise you.
Darian Beavers, linebacker.
I love
Cincinnati.
him. I love him. All right, there's Joseph.
What are you thinking?
All right,
Doman's
go back
there.
up.
Yep.
I'm going to go. I love now. Romeo Dubs is my
Mhm.
guy, who is DeMar. Wow, this has changed a lot in the last week. This
It has. Yep. It
oh
sure
my-
has.
and we're doing this live.
We're doing this live. You got to make a pick, man.
Damn it,
Duke
man. All right.
Tobin, Zach Taylor, you're in the war room.
All right, so
Clock
go
is
down.
ticking.
I love Romeo Dubs. He's a potential replacement for Tyler Boyd. If we ever go that way, he can return punts as well. He's my guy, but my 3rd round was always Zach Tom, but I had to get him in the 2nd round. So you're gonna have to go down. You have to go down because the way this is looking. Please go to the tight ends.
Okay. And Tom could have fallen to the 3rd. You never know. But if your guy's on the board, you got to pick him.
Yeah, which is what I'm about to do right now.
Okay. Here's your tight ends. Of course, Woods we mentioned.
Yeah, get out of here. Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. All right, look. All right, now, people, hear me out. He is ranked. His average draft position is 175. Hear me out. He
Need to
is
drink
not
water.
the tight end you want, but he is the tight end you need. People keep talking about unlocking this offense. I promise you, half those sacks last year came against tight ends trying to block defensive ends. there is one guy in this draft who can consistently block defensive ends from the tight end position and also catch 35 balls and 300 yards his rookie year. And that tight end is my guy, Jake Ferguson. According to PFF, I'm reaching. According to PFF, there's so many other guys on this list. But you know what? Look at Isaiah Likely, dude. Look at my guy, Jake Ferguson, in front of Likely and Weidemeyer.
Yeah, that's we wouldn't have seen that 2 months ago.
We are moving the needle.
Let me help you. Let me help you here. What are the So what position do the Bengals normally reach on? Drew Sample is an example of this.
Drew Sample is, yeah, but Drew Sample wasn't, I went back and watched Drew Sample. He's not the pass blocker that Ferguson is.
No, my point though is that if the Bengals are going to reach at any position, they may reach at tight end. You know, I've already said I believe they're going to take Jelani Woods, but you're making the pick. So
this is my guy. I want Jake Ferguson.
Let's do it. Let's do Jake Ferguson. I love it. Listen, I love it. We're reaching. We are reaching, but I'll take it. I love Jake Ferguson. I'm with you. Here we go. Pick 136. The Bengals select.
All right. Go down. Can you please have a look at just have a look at some of those guys. Okay. Nobody really jumps off. No.
Some good running back prospects, but not a huge need for the Bengals.
There's JT Woods, a guy I like, but no, I don't like him more than. Oh, wow. Can you please click on the linebackers, please? Because I just saw Mike Rose. And if my linebacker is not here, because I missed the guys who went off just ahead. All right. Malcolm Rodriguez went 2 spots ahead. I do not like that at all.
All right, so we're going to go to linebacker here.
Yeah.
Okay, Damone Clark. There's JoJo Doman again. Micah McFadden. He's a mainstay in that Indiana linebacker room.
Okay, Adam.
My guy. Go ahead.
Who's your guy?
I like DeMarco Jackson.
Damn
I like
it,
that guy.
You stole my guy. My guy is DeMarco Jackson.
All right, we're on the same page.
My second guy was, go up just a little bit. Go up. My second guy was Mike Rose. But Mike Rose, I was getting him in the 7th round last week.
Wow. Okay.
We're moving
late on linebacker. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going with DeMarco Jackson. He's my guy.
I like it. I like him. All right. So far, just to recap, we have a corner, we have a tackle, we have a tight end, and now we have a linebacker. Yep.
Okay. Now in the 5th round, I think this is where I reach for my wide receiver.
Okay. Do you want me to go ahead and filter? Yeah. Okay. So
please
let's go to wide receiver.
Okay. Adam, this has changed so much. Okay. So now you can stay at the top. I see my guy. I see my 2 guys. I see Mekhi Polk, who has somehow vaulted up this draft board because he was undrafted a week ago, and Dontario Drummond, who I absolutely love. And we only have 5 minutes. I would go Dontario Drummond.
Okay. Dontario Drummond, wide receiver out of Ole Miss.
Great hands. I could probably return a punt or 2.
One thing you could say about Auden Tate, so he could be a replacement for him in that wide receiver room. All right, so here we are in the 6th. 6th round.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and get my punter.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you know who I want.
I know who you want. Matt Ariza, punter, San Diego State.
Hey, man, I try to be different. I try to do things a little bit different that Bengals fans haven't seen 100 million times already on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. But you know what? Once in a while, we get it right as fans.
Yep.
So Matt Ariza. And I didn't want to. Yeah. So I got my punter. And now
7th round.
So we're a little bit more free here.
Yeah.
I've got
not as much risk.
Yeah, just go scroll.
Any positions you want me to look at, or we just want to kind of get best available here?
It depends on just who's here at this point. In the 7th round, I have some guys who will jump off if I see them. I love Verdell, but not here. Defensive end, please be there. I can't believe I should have looked for him in the.
We're going to look for an edge rusher.
Yes.
Here's your guys.
There he is. Troy Williams. Listen, do not believe PFF. Do not his average draft. What are we drafting? Right, 226.
Yeah, he's
All
three. He's a college free agent at this point.
Yeah, no, his rank is 343. When you look at his average draft position, it is 196. Adam, I keep getting this guy in the 7th round. We keep getting this guy in the 7th round.
That's a huge anomaly there to have a rank at 343, but an average draft position much higher than everybody else on this list. That's Dude, odd.
He is so good, but you know why he's there, right?
Why is that?
He had an issue. You can Google it for yourself if you want to know what that issue is. I'm not going to bring it up here. He had an off the field issue.
Okay.
And
Zach Taylor doesn't like issues.
Zach Taylor doesn't like issues. He wasn't a captain.
You're making the pick. Let's do it.
Yeah. Go check out your favorite offensive lineman and see what Trey Williams does to your favorite offensive lineman. And 1, tell me if you still want that offensive lineman. And 2, tell me that you don't want Trey Williams.
All right. So Trey Williams is pick 226 for the Cincinnati Bengals. All right. Hey, good news. You have 1 pick left here in the 7th round. Pick 252.
All right.
Again, very low risk.
Go. Nefi Sewell. He was a great linebacker before he got injured. Go. Jordan Jackson, a very intriguing pick. Go. Jeremiah Hall, my other guy, but no, page 2. I wonder if the running back in Oklahoma is still here. He's been. I see. All right, go. We might have saw the same person. Oh my God, Reggie Robertson's still here? There's no. All right, keep going. I gotta see.
Average draft position of 193.
I gotta see what Christmas gifts are remaining under this tree, Adam. This is ridiculous. There's no way the draft is gonna fall like this. There's no way. At this point, Mikael Wright. Well, yeah, he kind of fell off the. Wow. Okay. All right. At this point, I'm hesitating between the wide receiver from SMU, Robertson.
Okay.
Or the defensive back. Is that who you saw too?
No, I was looking at Josh Rivas, a guy we both like.
Yeah,
out of Kansas State. A little bit of depth on the line there.
Jaquan McMillan, for those of you who don't know, he had a passer rating against him that was just ridiculous. Now, I don't know if that'll translate to the NFL level, but it was so good that I immediately fell in love with the guy. Let's go with McMillan. I'm going McMillan.
McMillan. Okay. Yeah. Jaquan McMillan, cornerback, East Carolina. Okay, great. Yeah, I like the cornerback depth there. That's a good pick. All right, so let's take a look. Let's recap who we got. I'll just go ahead and say this. PFF is not going to like your grade, but to me, that's a good thing. Because this is algorithm. They're not talking about real world. You flunked out of school. But anyway. All right, so pick 1, round 1, pick 31, Roger McCreary, cornerback, Auburn. We both like him. Zach Tom is the 2nd pick, tackle from Wake Forest.
Removing needles, Adam. You might not believe this.
I believe you.
There's no way.
Yeah, you heard it from us. Round 3, pick 95, tight end Jake Ferguson, a guy that both of us really like. We talked about him on our first show. In fact, he was somebody I think I stole your thunder from. So
yeah,
I apologize.
You jumped the gun on
me. I jumped the gun. So round 4, 136, DeMarco Jackson, Appalachian State. Love him. I really like him. Gosh, he could be a difference maker from day one. And then we have Dontario Drummond, wide receiver.
If you guys don't know him, check him out.
Awesome. And then going around 6, 209, Matariza. You think he might be gone before then, though, right?
I think so, yeah. I mean, people saw what McPherson did. They're going to try to emulate what the Bengals are doing. And people are trying to copy the Bengals. What world are we living in? It's the multiverse of madness.
It is.
Hey, and I got my tickets. For Multiverse of Madness.
All right.
Good deal. No spoilers because we see it a full day before you guys.
Nice. All right. Round 7, 226, edge, Trey Williams out of Arkansas, a guy you really like.
There's no way he's going to be there. There's no way.
Yeah.
No way.
For the sake of argument, let's say he is. Round 7, 252, corner, Jaquan McMillan, East Carolina. How do you feel about this draft, Mr. Glenn?
The only thing I would maybe reconsider, which is a big maybe, is McCreary, because with Hill and Pete there on the board, both are slot corners who may translate into free safeties in the first round. That gave me some pause. But other than that, dude, I got every one of those guys, including McCreary. Those are all my favorite guys in this draft. And it is good to see, not that I cared, it is good to see that PFF got on board with Zach Tom. It is good to see that PFF moved Jake Ferguson ahead of some of those tight ends that Bingledom is all talking about. I cannot believe the way it's changed in the last week. It's crazy.
Yeah, I noticed that too. It is crazy.
Wow. So
All
yeah,
right. Well, hey, that's a good draft. Just out of curiosity, I want to see who. Yeah. So I mean, most of these probably. Well, some of these might happen. A lot of these are not going to happen. Like Ahmad Gardner, I don't think Detroit's targeting a corner there at number 2. Some of these maybe.
Speaking of my favorite defensive ends going in against your favorite offensive tackle, not you, Adam, but you out there in the YouTube sphere. How do you feel about Charles Cross?
I like Charles Cross. Yeah, I have watched him. Yeah. He's very physical, dominant. He is your prototypical, is your term, glass eater. So yeah, I like him.
Yeah, I'd be nervous. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut because I don't.
He's not one of my top 5 offensive tackles by any means, but
if I had a choice between him and Zach Tom, I'm taking Zach Tom.
I'm taking Cross.
That was fun, Adam.
That was fun. Yeah. I hope Duke and company watches this.
Obviously,
we would never steer you wrong.
Somebody's listening or reading. Somebody.
Who Day in your day on the Adam and Adams Show.
I hope that was educational for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it in our little back and forth. And we will catch you on the other side of the draft. And until next time, Bengals fans, be safe, be careful, have a great day, have a Who Day.
Who Day.